What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. I could be a little destructive sometimes. Thank goodness for the pick block. Oh, the pick block has changed my life. Oh, man. Anyway, we're back in Chinatown, my friends. Yes, it's that same old thing again. Working on Chinatown. Would you guys be terribly upset if I worked on nothing but Chinatown for the next few weeks just to get this thing done? Or do you like when I sprinkle in other things, other projects away from Chinatown? I'd love to hear what you think about it, because I'm like at the point now where it's like I'm just gonna work on Chinatown and knock this sucker out the park. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'd really appreciate that. So today we're working on a new business, and I got this idea from a subscriber who's been leaving such fantastic ideas. Kieran Walters is continually writing essays about what kind of businesses I can put in the city of Coveton. I'll put up the current essay. Okay, I can't even fit it all. So, you know, you can go read the comment section if you want to see that. But man, great ideas, Kieran Walters. I really like the idea of a bakery. I'm going to tweak your idea a little bit today, and we're going to build a pork bun establishment. It's going to have apartments above it. You know about pork buns? Yeah, I've only had pork buns once or twice, and I wasn't a big fan, right? It's basically what it is. It's like a shredded pork in the side of a doughy thing. It sounds like it would be good, but I didn't like it that much. This was before I was a vegan, of course, so I don't eat them now. And I never would. But, you know, people in the city of Coveton eat pork buns, and that's what we're going to build today. It's going to be like a pinkish building. It's got a pinkish hue to it, okay? And I'm going to try to finish the exterior and maybe start to work, not finish the exterior, but at least finish the front facade and then start to work on the interior a little bit. And, yeah, I'm going to go to town on that. And as you can tell, we're in fast forward motion. You know what that fast forward motion means, guys. Plus, it's Monday. Those two things combined mean that it's comment of the week. No, creative question of the week. Why do I get those two confused so much? It's creative question of the week time, the part of the series where I answer questions provided by you, the community, and these questions could be about anything. And I received some good ones this week, but I don't know. For some of these questions, I would love to answer them, but I'm not sure the community's ready to hear the answers. So for some of them, you know, you had some great questions this week, but I went back 1 week to get this question because I don't know. There's a lot of questions about reincarnation, and for some of you, you're just not gonna understand. You know what I mean? Some of you will, but a lot of you won't. So I kind of decided to go against that. So I got a great question though. So remember, guys, I need your creative questions of the week. I need you to put those in the comment section below. Think of one right now as you're watching this video and just put it in there. And maybe you can be selected for next week and we can get your answer. Now, I'm not some sort of expert, but I do have an opinion on a lot of things, and I love to share it. And I love to start a discussion. That's what this is about. So if you have anything to say about what I say, then go ahead and say it. You have the floor, my friends. So this comment section, I expect comment sections on Mondays to be live. Lit, fam. Anyway, today's... Wait, what is it called? Today's creative question of the week comes from Ipong Gaming. And Ipong Gaming says, "Hey Bean, what do you think about anxiety? I've struggled with anxiety my whole life, and I would love to hear your opinion on it. If you do end up reading this, do you know any way to relieve anxiety?" All right, thank you, Ipong Gaming. I really do appreciate your question. I'm going to say it one more time. Put your questions in the comment section below. All right, so Ipong Gaming, if you had come to me with this question like 3 years ago, I would have said, "Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, anxiety is a horrible thing. You know, there's nothing you can do. It's just something that you just have, and you just have to learn to live with. I'm sorry." And no offense to myself 3 years ago, but I was a bit of an idiot. Not an idiot, just I didn't know things that I know now. And my answer now is completely different. And the basis of what I'm going to say in this video, Mr. Ipong Gaming, is that you have 100% complete control over whether or not you are anxious, whether or not you have anxiety. You are causing it for yourself, and if you can cause it for yourself, you can stop causing it for yourself. And that's all it is. You just have to stop causing it for yourself. Period. It's so simple. And I don't mean to minimize the affliction that you have. It's not fun, of course, But you can control it, and I'll tell you how. That'll be the purpose of this video, is I'm going to tell you how to control it. First, let's talk about what anxiety is. Anxiety is nothing more than fear of the future. That's exactly what it is. Fear of the future. And most of the times, these fears are unsubstantiated. How many times have you been anxious about something and then you went through it and then it was worse than you imagined? Almost never. Almost never. How many times have you been anxious about something, you went through it, and it was fun, right? Most of the time. But, for those severe sufferers, maybe not so much. Maybe sometimes it's, your fears come true because you've created your fears, so you want them to come true. That's a large part of anxiety, is you want these fears to occur, so you manifest them. You create these fears. So this is how you get rid of anxiety. So fear of the future. What do you think we can do to reduce fear of the future? First thing you got to do is stop living in the future. I say this so many times. I'm going to say it again because sometimes it doesn't sink in unless you say it 50 times. But the past doesn't exist. The past only exists in your imagination. Okay? As far as your perception, right? The past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist as far as your perception. It exists only in your imagination. What is the only thing that truly exists in your perception? The present moment. That's the only thing that's real. It's the only thing that's happening. It's happening right now. And it's the only thing you can control. So you can't control the past because it doesn't exist. You can't control the future because it doesn't exist. But you can control the present moment. So the number one thing that anxiety sufferers need to understand is that you have to start living in the present moment. You can't live in the future because the future doesn't exist. You're living in a place that's not real. Okay? And if you want to make a better future, what can you do to make your future better? Think about that. What can you do to make your future better? What's the only thing you can do to make your future better? The answer is make the present the best you possibly can. Because the future is just a culmination of different present moments. So if you continually affect the only thing you have control over, a present moment, in a positive way, then that will lead to a positive future. Okay, so stop living in the future. You're not controlling it. You're just giving yourself things to be fearful of that don't exist. Now, how do we get rid of this desire to live in the future and not live in the present moment? I mean this with all my heart. Please listen to me. I'm telling you this because I love you all. I want to see you, become better versions of yourself. Meditation. Meditation has changed my life in ways that I can't even explain to you in a way that you will understand. The benefits of meditation, one of the biggest benefits is that you start living in the present moment. And what that means is, I'm not exaggerating. All fear disappears. No fear whatsoever can exist if you regularly meditate. That is no small task. Imagine living a life with no fear at all. It's changed my life. I used to be very fearful. I fear what the Koreans would do. I fear the next epidemic. I fear the economy crashing. Then I started to meditate and I realized none of that is even... Those are all things that I've imagined existing. None of those things have come to pass. It's all anxiety for the future, worrying about things that haven't occurred yet and probably won't occur. And just wasting my life. If you're not living in the present moment, you're wasting your life. So that's what it does. The meditation basically forces you to exist in nothing but the present moment. And in the present moment, there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to be anxious about. Because you're here and you're now, and your surroundings, there's nothing, like if you were to take a snapshot of this present moment, what do you have to fear right now? You're sitting there watching a YouTube video. You're not hungry, okay? You're not cold. You're existing in the perfect harmony with everything. And that is your present right now. You're doing something that you love to be doing. There's nothing to fear. So when you start living in the present moment, when you start meditating, you start just living in the present. You stop living in the future. That's one of the biggest benefits. So many other benefits where you're more in tune with other people. You understand people better. You feel people better. You empathize with people better. You understand yourself better. You understand what motivations you have. You sleep better. Sleep is just, oh man, I've had the best sleep since I started meditating. It's just like every day I go to bed and I wake up refreshed and I sleep less. I sleep less than I ever did before, but yet I wake up more refreshed. And I don't wake up thinking, oh, what is going to go on today? What do I have to do? Oh, I got to do this, this, and this. I'm not looking forward to it. No, I wake up and say, it's a beautiful day. I'm living in the present. There's nothing to worry about. If something comes up today that I don't like, I'm going to do my best to manipulate the present moment in the way that I want to manipulate it. Right? It's all about mastering the present moment. And anxiety sufferers, they don't live in the present. They don't think about the present. The present doesn't concern them. All they're worried about is the future. They're worried about a time that doesn't exist, that is a figment of their imagination. And they are deciding to think this way. That's a decision that you've made, if this is you. You've decided that I want to live in fear. I want to live in the future. And the present moment doesn't interest me. So, meditation, guys. There's a video I made called Meditation 101. And that shows you how to get started. 10 minutes a day. And in a few weeks, you will start to see your life change drastically. 10 minutes a day. If you play Minecraft for 6 hours, you can spare 10 minutes. If you watch some Netflix for 3 hours, you can spare 10 minutes. Right? If you're sitting in bed trying to go to sleep but you can't, you can spare 10 minutes. And one of the best things to do with meditation is to do it right before bedtime, and you will just drift off into sleep like a little baby, okay? And you'll wake up so refreshed, so refreshed. So I would highly encourage you, if you feel like this video resonates with you, if you feel like I'm speaking to you, go check out the Meditation 101 video. Very simple, easy steps to get started with the meditation practice. And I currently meditate, anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half a day. And it's not because, I had to work myself up. I had to train myself. But yes, there was an element of that. But the reason I do it like that is because I want to do it. Because I get so many benefits from it. And my life is just so much smoother now. Everything goes so much more according to plan. Because I'm more conscious about what I'm doing, what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. I'm just more conscious, more in tune with myself, more in tune with nature, more in tune with other people. I'm more at one with the universe. And things are just easy now. Things are so much easier. Everything is so much easier. Fear, anxiety, I laugh at that. I don't want to minimize your affliction, but I laugh. It's funny. It's like basically, Ipan, you're coming to me saying, I've caused this problem for myself. I hate it. How do I get rid of it? Well, you caused it. Okay, so you can uncause it, basically. And I wish you the best of luck. I'm not trying to minimize. Like I said, 3 years ago, you would have come to me. I would have said, "Oh, I'm so sorry about your poor affliction. Maybe a medication, maybe a doctor can help you." No, you're doing it to yourself. You can help yourself. There's no medication necessary, no side effects. If you are taking medication for anxiety, stop right now. You're doing harm to your body. There's no need for medication when you can just make it stop yourself. Okay, guys, so that is the moral of today's story. I highly encourage meditation. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but it's just got so many practical uses. Like, everyone needs to meditate. They need to start teaching this in schools. This should be your first class is meditation. Then you go to math and science. If in an ideal world, that is what will happen. And that's what will happen in the future as we move towards a greater sense of our place in this universe. Okay, so thank you to Epong Gaming for that question. Thank you to everyone who put comments of the weeks and creative questions of the weeks. And so put your creative questions of the week in the comment section below so we have something to talk about next week. And let me know if you don't mind seeing a lot of Chinatown in the near future. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. I want to thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Put a comment, anything you want to say in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Why haven't you subscribed? Huh? Press the subscribe button. It's a click. Click. Alright, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.